You are back in Fox's underwater gulag. That's right. And, wait, what's happening? Building, why is this building disabled? That shouldn't be disabled. And why aren't you... Undisable this building. You. Do it now. Do it now! Okay, good. Okay, so we're actually, I don't know what day we were on before, but we're a decent number of days forwards, because I've been working on things. Oh, let's also get, wait. No, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So what are they cramped? Yeah, so they're overcrowded. So overcrowding currently is at... there are 7 critters in here, meaning this cannot house 7 critters. Let's execute one of them. And he had his last meal, too. That's the end of him. Okay, so they are now... They're not overcrowded. So that means when they are... The 6 is going to be the number. When they are... below 6, this thing will turn on. Okay, because they're not overcrowded. Basically, the crowding is based on how much space is in here, and this one doesn't have quite as much space as this over here. So this one is able to house... Oh, what's a Buddy Bud C doing there? Why don't we just sweep everything out? Yeah, let me just set these to sweep everything out of there. Seems like a good idea. I forget, where's our distribution net, anyways? Oh, it's down here. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna have they're gonna sweep just everything out of this room. I don't want there to ever be anything in this room. Good. Okay, so oxygen looking good. Food is almost up to 200,000, so that's fine. We increased production here and here, and overall, I've just been fixing the base up. Like, here's a bunch of new floors, just kind of like carving the base up, just buildings. Just, I wanted to spend, oh, take steel for sure. I wanted a little bit of time to do kind of like not the most exciting things, and I felt like the series was getting a little slow in the sense that I'm not really accomplishing a whole lot. So, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna play off screen and just get some stuff done to get the show back on track. And yeah, we have all this room here. Everything is finally, you know, kind of normalizing. So what we're going to be doing in this episode is probably a combination of, let's get the refinery. In order to get the refinery going, I'm going to need to create a water lock. Well, that doesn't have to be made out of those materials specifically. Let's use, I don't know, probably some granite laying around, I'm sure. We'll break this tile and this tile. We'll put these in here, and we will add in these. We're gonna turn this, eventually we will remove these. I've been kind of draining some of this carbon dioxide out. Like, we actually have a carbon pump here that's kind of recycling things over time. Let's turn auto bottling on to an 8 for water. Copy it over here, when it's done at least. Why did you... I must be pushing the wrong button. Yeah, okay, so we'll start filling up this with water, which is fine. Oh no! It can't work this way, we did it wrong. That's right. There has to be room for an Atmo suit dock. So let's do it like this. I don't think I want more than one. I think I just want the one. Let's go ahead and add these back in. So this comes out, and these can go back in now. And now we can actually do this properly. Let's add the bottle emptier here and here, at least just for now. We'll add in this, and we'll add in this. Okay, looks like I will need to make a bridge real fast. Getting a little messy with all these pipes, but I think we're going to build another suit. That's fine, though. We'll build it out of copper, I guess. Not too big of a deal. So, we had to move some things around. This thing is malfunctioning, so I'm just going to deconstruct this and move it up a tile. I wanted to explore in this episode, but I realized there's actually just a lot of maintenance to do right now. That we might not actually be able to do that. Let me check the gas. Okay, so yeah, right here looks good. There needs to be room for the AND gate system, so let's go ahead and... where's the AND gate at? Here it is. Spin it around like that. Let's add in the Atmos sensor and the gas element sensor. Connect them together like this. Let's give it some electricity. I'm gonna have to trim this back a little bit, make a little room. Because the other thing we need is a gas filter, which is gonna look like this, I guess. And it's gonna go from here to here, out there, into there. And now we can add electricity to both of these, trim that off. This is going to pump out unbreathable gas of carbon dioxide. This will be, pressure is above 300. Oh, you're making this out of lead? You idiots. Don't make this out of lead. What is this made out of? Oh, they made it out of lead. Okay, we gotta redo that. I don't want this made out of lead. And I don't want this made out of wolframite. Oh, they're using all of my, like, precious metals. Okay, make this, I don't know, make it out of iron. That's fine. Step 2. Add these back in. What is this made out of? Lead? No, don't make it out of lead. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I would prefer them to not make it out of lead. Where's the AND gate? Okay, let's make the AND gate. Did I just make them out of lead again? Yes, I did. I just did the same thing again. Okay, let's try this again. Make it out of gold. Atmos sensor, make it out of gold. AND gate, where are you, AND gate? AND gate, make it out of gold. Good. Let's connect them together. 1, 2, 3. Okay, electricity. Well, let's get the setting. Unbreathable gas, carbon dioxide. Pipes. Connected. Set it to when it's above 300. Detect unbreathable gas, carbon dioxide. And okay, the system is working. Alright, so this should allow the canister filler to function so that we can start keeping these going. This area is filling up with carbon dioxide again, as you can see. So it is telling me that we're clearly creating carbon gas in excess of what we can manage. So I am probably what I'm going to do is take this and just wrap it around like that and just connect it over here. So what it'll do is it should pump out the excess. It'll fill this up, and then it will pump out the excess into our carbon removal system, and then anything that's not carbon just gets dumped over here. and that should keep the carbon. The reason we're doing it here is because remember, this is where the coal generators are. This is where this is the source of our carbon dioxide. These coal generators. Let me add these here just to help air out this what do you call it? This carbon dioxide. Let's check the air systems. Making sure they're not getting like jammed or anything. Okay, they are getting backed up by our... We're not burning off enough of our... Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I want these to kick on later, so we're gonna drop these to 30 and do this. And then, yeah. So what we're gonna do... Actually, I'm gonna drop these to 10. I'm gonna drop them really deep. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to be even more reliant on the, this stuff here. We want to be as reliant as possible on the hydrogen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that these things do not kick on until the batteries are almost completely... See, like, look how low the batteries are, and these still aren't activated. That's what we want. We want to burn off as much of this as possible. And the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make these stop at 50. Like this. So now they're going to charge it up, but only to 50, and then they should see they stopped at 50. And that's going to keep these things... It should allow this, what do you call it, it should just empty out the hydrogen, as these things are going to be working basically all the time. And then these things kick on kind of at the last minute, just to make sure that we don't have like a blackout or a brownout. That's kind of the way the system is going to work. Okay, this is already working. So we're filling this up with the carbon in order to activate the soda, which is good. That's what we want, the soda. And then any excess that is going to go into over here where it's going to be removed. So, one thing that I forgot about is that these things produce floral scents, which is a type of, like, basically like an allergen. That does not, that's actually a good thing if you're people that don't have allergies, but one of my guys does have allergies. It's, Grumblestiltskin. So I've denied him access to this area, which should mean that he'll have no reason to go in here. And that means he won't breathe in the floral scents. In addition to that, I made it so that it's very hard for the gas to escape. Which means it's hard for the germs to escape as well. Well, they're just classified as germs. Someone has... Okay, so you have allergies as well. Interesting. So Dark Shadow 3010 is also not going to be allowed in here. So he's going to get really stressed out from the lack of... let me see. Can we make allergy medicine? What does this take? Okay, let's make one of these. Allergy medicine. Because when somebody gets allergies, they get really, really stressed out by that. So we need to actually make sure that doesn't happen. We'll take the fertilizer. No! I said I'll take the fertilizer. Thank you. Anyways. Oh yeah, we were going to... I wanted to explore in this episode. Auto bottle. Copy over. This is going to be the, So how do I want to explore? I'm just gonna have somebody just start drilling like this, I think. Because why not? It's gonna take a while to actually cut through all that. And only 2 people are allowed at a time, but they're drilling something that's that's not very tall anyway, so I don't think that's a big deal. Basically what we want to do, we just kind of want to reveal the rest of the map while simultaneously working on this goal over here. Let me check out what the refinery does. I'm pretty sure the refinery creates natural gas. Where is, refinement? Oil refinery. Yeah, so it creates natural gas. So we're going to want to make a vacuum environment so that there's only natural gas in there to begin with. Okay, that's all fine. But we got some sour gas in here. I think that is a result of either the petroleum or the crude oil actually turning into gas. Wow, look how hot it is in here. Fortunately, our... what do you call it is more than up there. See, we're already revealing useful things. Look, we found a bunch of metal here. We've got a lot. Let's go ahead and pick up some of this metal. What is this? The dirt is melting? Holy crap, how hot is it over here? 600... oh, it's not that hot, actually. It's hot, don't get me wrong, but not by the standards of our suit. Well, of what our suit won't take heat damage unless it's in, like, basically magma. That's what we want, though. We're just gonna cut through the map. Find out what's going on. I want to be able to have full vision. What we're kind of looking for is a natural gas geyser. That'd be pretty sweet. Okay, that's probably enough water. Let's see. Yeah, that's enough water. Okay, let's redo this. We'll remove these and seal this back up so that these things can actually function. And then I'm going to go ahead and block this up and start creating the vacuum. And that means we're just going to build one of these here. And I'm just going to do it like this. Actually, we have plastic now. That's true. Which means I can just use a high-pressure vent. Yeah, I'll use a high-pressure vent here. So the high-pressure vent has the advantage of being able to ignore the standard pressure limits. Which is about 2,000 grams, so basically 2 kilograms. Let's not cut into the abyssalite here. That's crazy, we've got like dirt that's melting. A decent bit of iron here, that's good though, like we need a lot of metal. Like metal is one of our real limiting factors at the moment. Come on. The vacuum's not going to work if you don't seal this. So make this a priority. And then this area here, this is just going to be like where we store all of the excess petroleum. That's kind of the plan, at least. Looking pretty good. Still waiting for... oh, they can't... can they not... oh, they can't get over here? Okay, that's why they're not continuing on. They couldn't get over there. Oh, look, we're growing enough to actually get, like, a surplus. Like, we actually have, like, multiple juicers going. Oh, I forgot to mention, I figured out how to get the hot tub to work. So in the last episode, when I ended it, I was kind of like, why isn't this working? Like, it just doesn't make sense to have to balance the water to such a specific temperature. But in reality, the way it works is... the original strategy was working. We just have to prevent the hot tub from overheating. So basically, the system we have going here is... let me see, if, we'll make this 110. So, the system we have works. Basically, all it means is that it needs to be hot down here, and it needs to be cold up here. Because we need to put hot water into the hot tub. But the hot tub itself must not be allowed to overheat. So that's kind of the system we've got. It's actually kind of interesting. It's almost like it's a hot spring in like a polar environment or something, because 40 to, well, I don't know about 40, 40 degrees could be, you could have a warmer polar environment, like a warmer day, or, you know, Alaska can get to 40 degrees. So you have like 40-degree air, but you're in like a hot tub, and then down here you've got just the really hot water. And then I've got, the thing is, the water will cool and get put back in here, and then that's when this comes into play. This is just designed to ensure that the cold water doesn't, or eventually make this too cold. And then, of course, we're containing the heat inside of here. Okay, I don't think we need this anymore, so let me turn this off continuous. And instead, I'm gonna kick you out and one of you out. And I'm gonna put one smooth hatchling egg in, and I'm gonna put in one, yeah, leave it continuous. I want a glossy Drecklet egg. So we'll put a glossy in there, a smooth in here, and that'll just kind of like, it'll also just keep me cognizant of the animals that currently need things. So someone asked, you know, like, should I do all the animals and stuff like that? I want to save that for a different playthrough. Like, this is the water playthrough. So I'm trying to do the things that involve water. There'll be like a plant playthrough, an animal playthrough, one where I, you know, that way I still save things to do. That way we're not, you know, like, removing everything. This is backing up. Is the whole system backing up, though? A little bit, yeah. It looks like we need to divide the air out a bit more. The air is really thin in this area, so... let's do one right here. And, let's do one maybe here. Oops. Maybe right here. Wait, no. It'll look way prettier if I do it like this. And then I'll add a... now, normally I wouldn't want this air tile here, but I do like to have an air tile near vents. Like, you notice I put the vent here. I tried. I tried. I don't know. Sometimes I forget to do it, but I like to do it that way. Okay, that should free up a lot more space. So down over here, we got the pipe blocking up, so I probably need to see if I can... this area just has so much oxygen, just doesn't need it anymore. Doesn't have any need for... well, there's a little bit of a need for oxygen in this area. But I don't know, it might not matter. It might be fine. All the questions... okay, so look at this. So we are definitely... okay, we have officially cleared up the pipes for the hydrogen. So that's working exactly as intended, keeping it clear. So, oh, let's see. Have they finished exploring over here? Okay, it looks like they need to go a little bit further, so... what is this material? This is igneous rock. So let's make a ladder out of igneous rock. About right here, I think. And then we'll just drill into here. And they should be able to get down into there. And I guess we'll just kind of explore into this area. I try to remove as little abyssalite as possible in order to not alter just the general environment. Like the thimbleweed seeds. How did you guys get out? You guys shouldn't be out of the pen. That's good that this appears to be a sufficient amount of meal lice for these guys to eat. But that's all really good. Oh, look at that. See that? There it is. Here they are. They're using the hot tub. Now, it actually takes them a pretty long time, and it seems like they'll ignore other things. Like, they won't go to sleep, they won't go back to work. And from what I understand, it takes 4 tiles to actually complete it. But that's okay, because I'm giving them 4 tiles of time off. And one of these will support, I think, 4 duplicates. So that's already pretty cool. This area is not a vacuum yet, so nothing to do here. Where is an area of darkness? We got a lot of darkness in this area. This we haven't revealed. Oh, this area here we haven't really revealed either. What can we do without... I'm trying not to get water, like, all over the place. Like, that I would prefer to avoid that. So how about right over here? We'll get that. And then we'll just kind of cut across like this. Sandstone. No, the local ore is granite, so let's build this out of granite. Oh, it's an unreachable build. Interesting. Why? Okay, I need a duplicate real fast. Okay, so you can get over here, get here, can't get there. Okay. There we go. Now they should be able to get there. Now, if we could get the natural gas generator, that would be nice. This is also not sustainable. I mean, it's sustainable for a pretty long time, but it won't ultimately be sustainable because we will run out of slime. There is a way to gain renewable slime, but I'm not very good at puffed ranching. That's one of the things I haven't put enough practice into. You know what? I kind of want to strip away some of this material. Because I want to get the... One of the things I've been doing is, like, salvaging metal as I find it. And now they'll be able to actually, like, you know, remove this crap. Look at all this granite. There's so much granite. I mean, granite is a great material. Not only is it considered a beautiful material, so anything made out of granite will have more decor, but on top of that, you know what? I just realized that another way we could be gaining food is just by harvesting all of this sleet wheat. Where's the other cold area? Oh, here it is. All we gotta do is open that up, and then we should be able to get some sleet wheat. That means we can make frost buns, I think. But yeah, there's a asteroid that's like, it's like a forest or something. And like that might be the one where I do all of the things that involve like plants and stuff. This is gonna be the one that involved, like, this is the one that involves like water and stuff. There's no reason to mop up all this oil, but it just bothers me. Like, I just want to mop it up for the sole reason of seeing the puddles bothers me. How are we doing, explorers? Oh, did we? No, I'm exploring over here. Okay. Now, if we could drill in through here, that means I can kind of go downwards or something. Because, like, there's just so... Ooh, another ice biome? You guys know I love my wheezeworts. Interesting, and there's slime in here too, which is, I mean, that's actually kind of a good thing. We'll get more slime for our, what do you call it, can't even think of it now. We'll have more slime for our... Oh man, I'm having a brain fart. For our mushrooms, but at the same time, we won't... Oh, it's happening again. What was I gonna say? With more... Oh, yeah. We'll have more slime for our mushrooms, but we won't have any... It won't be creating any, like, slime line. But that's perfect. Let's mop this stuff up. Oxygen, obviously, really thin in this area as well. Actually, a lot of this is hydrogen. It seems like hydrogen is, it's just one of the gases you find in the, Yeah, I think these are called the tide pools. Alright, so that means we can now cut into here. Well, there's actually, it's actually bigger than I thought. I thought it was going to be kind of small, but it actually seems like a pretty decent pocket of the stuff in here. Got some wolframite. Oh, man, we just hit 30 minutes, just as I'm, like, starting to actually accomplish some things. Let me see, did this finally... Okay, so this finally completed the vacuum, which means we can actually put in the, what do you call it? The oil refinery. The oil refinery is gonna give us another way to create electricity. We'll be able to start using petroleum. Normally I would use petroleum for, plastic, but, like, honestly, I think I'm just gonna use Drecos for plastic. Just because, like, petroleum-based, like, where is it, The polymer price, I mean, don't get me wrong, it does a really good job. It produces it really fast, but it's like one of the hottest buildings in the game. It's just really, really annoying to keep up with it. And, I don't have a problem with using the Dreco method, even though the Dreco method is slower. And, the other thing I would use it for is shooting rockets off. You use petroleum fuel. You actually use petroleum fuel for a really long time, but I don't think I'm going to get into rocketry in this episode, just because, like, I think the only purpose of rocketry is really to get to the insanely endgame, but I did that in the last playthrough, and I don't really feel like there's anything to gain from retreading it. So the way I'll consider it done is, we will build this right here, the monument. The monument will be the, that'll be the end of the playthrough, because, like, basically signifies that you got all the big time resources and you built it. But I'm not gonna end this. I mean, like, the series is approaching its end, but, like, I still want to, like I said, I want to do the things that involve water, and so that means, what do we have left? I want to mess with the surfboard. The sauna will require me, well, I don't know about require, but I've been thinking about how to do the sauna, and that means I gotta get to the surface, so we will work on the surface at least. Basically, anything that still involves, like, something to do with water that isn't, like, a plant or something, because I want to save the plant, that for, like I said, the plant kind of episode. Yeah, I think the main things I want to do is kind of get these last luxury things built. We got the espresso machine. That's what we need. We need the espresso machine. You know, maybe I'll build 2 of them. I don't know where I'll build them. I might make another recreational area. I mean, I could move this and make a 3rd. It's like super recreation land. Like, I can always move these a floor higher. And I got all this space here, too. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. At any rate, that's what I'm going to do. That was also the suggestion, too. Like, one of the suggestions was to, you know, hit up all of these, you know, recreational things. And any of the ones that involve water, I'm definitely going to do. At any rate, that is the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Like this video if it was entertaining. Subscribe for future Oxygen, not included, Oceania content. Of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.